Hi, my name is Alyssa Lang, and the title of my speech is Teach Your Baby to Tell Time How to Set a Routine. Imagine having a 2-month-old who is up every 3 hours at night. Sometimes they sleep longer stretches, sometimes they don't, and you are just mentally and physically exhausted, and there doesn't seem to be any end in sight. Well, let me show you some things that I've learned over the past 6 months of being a new mom. It is so important to establish a routine with your baby. I will show you some reasons why it's important, how to set a schedule, and how life kind of looks when you go back to reality and back to work. So let's get started. Having a routine from the beginning is very helpful for many different reasons. One being it creates a sense of stability and security for your little one. When life brings unpredictable changes, they have that routine to fall back on. According to AHA Parenting, a predictable routine allows children to feel safe and develop a sense of mastery in handling their lives. Having a routine helps both you and your baby be productive. Baby being on a schedule, they know when certain events are going to happen, such as eating, playing, and sleeping, which helps mom or dad in turn with being productive as far as getting chores done, work done, much needed rest, a little time for themselves, whatever it may be. Having a routine also helps reduce any unnecessary stress in your life. When something is out of our control, something happens, baby at least knows what comes next in their routine. You won't have to completely change their life to fit into what just happened. And by having the routine fit into your life, when those things happen that are out of your control, you have better control over that situation. I was on maternity leave for about 3 months before having to go back to work. Baby was going to be watched by my family, which was super helpful, but it was a change in her environment, so having that schedule was helpful for her to adjust in that new environment. Although it was difficult at first, the payoff was worth the effort. Next is finding the right routine that works best for you and your baby. In the beginning, they don't know which way is up or down. You don't even know which way is up or down. You're trying to figure this out. This is all brand new. When babies are born, they're nocturnal, so their circadian rhythm, internal clocks, you have to help them figure out which time of day it is, day and night. According to parents.com, feed on demand and let him sleep when he wants, but begin imposing little daily habits such as exposing him to the light of the sun when he's awake so he can begin to differentiate day from night. They don't start to fully understand a schedule until about 2-3 months, but having them learn the difference between day and night is helpful in the beginning, and then helpful for setting the routine later on. The 3 most common schedules are parent-led, baby-led, and a combination of the two. Parent-led meaning parents pick the schedule and they stick with that schedule. Baby-led meaning you just kind of follow what baby wants to do. We found a combination worked best for us. After reading many books, these are 2 of our favorite books, Baby Wise and 12 Hours Sleep by 12 weeks old. This did not happen. She was not sleeping through the night by 12 weeks old, but we found some very good information for what worked for us. We found that her being on a every 3-hour schedule, so she would eat, play, and sleep, was super helpful. And then we did change up her bedtime routine to make it stand out. We would give her a bath, put her pajamas on, feed her in her room with the lights out and a sound machine on, read her a book, rock her to sleep, and lay her down to bed. This is one of my favorite things ever, any sound machine in general, but it does help baby learn that this is bedtime and help them figure out that routine a little bit quicker. It may take some time to solidify a routine, but remaining consistent is key because baby begins to learn when certain things happen throughout the day. It may take some time to figure out what works best for you and your family, but it will save you in the long run, especially when it's time to come back to work. Now that the routine has been instated, the transition back to work becomes a little bit easier. Most parents have to go back to work. They have to find some sort of daycare, childcare. You might have to make adjustments at home based on the daytime schedule of childcare, but it was a stress reliever for me and most parents knowing that even though they're in a different location, they have that routine to fall back on, and something is very similar to them. There are a few of those parents that have to work from home, so having that routine is helpful for them, so they know like when their nap schedule is, eating schedule is, and know what times it's best to be productive for their day. Sleep deprivation makes it very challenging going back to work. This is not talked about enough for parents that have to go back to work. but the routine is what helps save me personally. If a routine has been established, when you come home from work, it helps you know what to expect at the end of the day. When you come home from a long day, you at least know it's playtime for a little bit and then feed time and then bedtime. You know that that will stick and your baby will continue to follow that. In conclusion, there are many reasons why you should have a schedule in place for your baby and yourself. There are many different types of schedules out there, so you have to find what works best for you and your baby and your family. The transition back into real life might be difficult, but having that routine helps so much. A routine makes all the difference having a baby. Being a parent is a lot harder than it may look, but being consistent in a routine is definitely the key factor. Well, thank you so much for listening and have a wonderful day.